Alright, today I'm going to be doing another cleaning video. Today it's going to be on the CZ75 Compact. We're going to be using a kit today. I bought yesterday while I was at our Rural King. It's a local farm supply store that sells guns, and I was kind of walking around the gun aisle, and I noticed this little box. It was like $10, a little cleaning kit, which I don't know how many different cleaning kits laying around the house and the garage and everything, but I figured I'd buy it because on this channel, obviously, I'm here to help newer gun owners and people that are, newer gun owners. So this might be something that you would pick up. So I decided to pick it up, kind of, show you guys what's in it, how it works. Plus, it's got this squeege-e system, which I've never used before. So I'll give it a try. And I figured since it came in this nice little zippered case that I'd throw it in my range bag and just have something, because I don't have a case I can put in there. So we'll go ahead and open it up, and then we'll use it, most of it probably, for the cleaning of the CZ. Now, I took all my guns out yesterday, so I'm going to be releasing multiple videos. It seems to be, it worked pretty well, and that's what I'm here to do on this channel. So help newer gun owners out and show them how to clean guns properly. So you've got, now this also came Remington, had the branded too, just said Remington here instead of Bushmaster. So you might have the same kit and it just has a Remington logo. I don't know why I bought this one, but it's the first one I saw. Let's see what's in here. It's got some instructions. Tab in there. So let's go ahead and open it up, and I'll show you, and then we'll get to cleaning the CZ. Let's see, it's got a Velcro back, which would be nice. So as you open it up, I noticed while I was there, they had these 3 chemicals. They had like a whole new line of Bushmaster stuff and cleaners, and they had these in the bigger bottles, like full size. I think they were 8-ounce bottles each. It was like $4 for all 3 bottles, and I didn't buy it because once you start cleaning guns more and more, you're gonna have a routine, and you're gonna like the stuff you like. That's just how it is. I use Ballistol for 99% of my gun cleaning, and alcohol. That's pretty much it. So I have all kinds of stuff. I don't know if the camera's picking up all that crap over there. I've had tons more, and I have thrown it away. I might use it just for different things, but you'll become complacent with what you use because that's what you like. So it comes with, it's a 3-part system. It's got, let's see, the first one's a bore cleaner and polish, which is that one. And then you have a bore rinse, which is this one, sorry. The cleaner polish is this one. And then you have the lubricant and protectant. So we're going to try out this system and see how it works. I'm not going to try not to use Ballistol at all during this. So I might have to because I'm not going to use, I'll show you. So first we're going to break down the CZ75 Compact. So we're going to cock the hammer, make sure the gun is cleared. And then what we're going to do is take the 2 lines on the frame and on the slide. And we're just going to pull the slide to the rear till those lines are lined up. And then you're going to take either the edge of the magazine or something soft, and you're going to push out the slide lock on the other side, or the takedown lever on the other side. It's going to pop out about yay far, about a 1/4 inch. Once you get it that far, you can pull that out. From there, you can slide the slide off from the frame. Going to flip the gun over. We're going to remove the recoil spring and guide rod. Mine's a stainless guide rod on this, but yours will be a polymer more than likely. Then we're going to pull the barrel down and slide it out. So normally when I start to clean a gun, I immediately throw Ballistol in the barrel and on the barrel and let it sit for the time period. We're going to work on the barrel first because this system is more designed for barrel cleaning. So we're going to start with this. Let's see, bore cleaner and polish. We're going to open that up, and what it says to do is grab your brush. That's the smaller size for the 9mm. Going to grab your rod, And then on this side, you have a black handle, T-handle, and you're just going to put that in. And then you're going to attach your brush to this other end. From there, it says to pour the cleaner polish onto, let's see, you might have a, no, it's not, it's just really thick crap. Onto the brush. I was wondering how that was going to work, but it's really thick paste, looks like here. So we're just going to pour a good liberal amount of that on the brush, and then we're going to start from the chamber end and work towards the bore, towards the other end, muzzle, sorry. We're going to put it through. Now, since this is a plastic brush, I'm not too worried about going back and forth with it. Brass brushes, sometimes you have to watch out for that. So I'm going to put it through a few times here. I'm going to clean the feed ramp here. While I'm putting it through, I'll also, if I can, twist it through. Slowly pushing as I twist, just try to get in the rifling. It makes a mess. Yeah, I don't know about this stuff. So from here, we'll remove the brush itself. We'll rinse that out here later. From there, they want you to take the rinse. And the rinse, real strong smelling, smells like a normal cleaner. So I'm assuming this is what you could use for the rest of the gun too, like down in the trigger group and on the slide and stuff like that. It's got this little straw with it. I think it fits down in here. Yeah, so it's a flush. So we're just going to put this, and then we're just going to try to flush that junk out of there. I can see why they make a big bottle and it's cheap, because that goes, you'll use a lot of that real quick. So next is the squeegee part of it. So we're going to find our 9mm squeegee here, right there. And then what it says to do, I believe, was go from the muzzle or the end, and you're going to pull this stuff through, which wouldn't matter on a regular barrel. So we're just going to push it through from the chamber end to the crown. So we're just going to put our into the gun, and we're going to push it through. Once we get it off, we're going to remove it. Maybe. I'm just going to pull it back through like that. It's hard to tell, but it actually looks pretty decent in there. You can see this is fairly dirty. Let's do the let's wipe the excess off the edge of the bit, or the around the barrel here. Feed ramp came pretty clean. It's also got a brush. These are great brushes. You can get this at most gun stores, like $1 or $2. I like using these to get in the grooves. This is where I typically have my ballistol out, which you can use if you want to use the lubricant they have, or bore flush. Clean the outside of the barrel and wipe it down with some patches or a rag. looking down the barrel, it does look pretty clean, but let's take a clean rag and push through there and see how it actually looks. Let's just take this off. Rinse that off, put it back in your case. Let's just put this down in here. Just run it through and see. Wow, not too bad really. Let's now from here, this is where you put your oil. I believe it says to the oil onto a regular rag, which I'm surprised they didn't give you, and then run it through the gun, which I'm going to use Ballistol because that's just my preferred. So let's put some Ballistol in there and see if it can pick up anything extra, because it usually always does. Now, it's not real tight going through there, so that's probably why we're not getting a lot, but usually I can do that and I'll get something. So that actually cleaned the barrel pretty good, and I'm actually kind of surprised. It doesn't seem like a system I would keep using. It's more complicated than I would prefer it to be. You know, 3 steps compared to, you know, Ballistol with 1, wiping it down, running some patches through it. But I mean, overall, it's not a bad system. And it comes with this cable. So if you are running if you're doing it for a rifle, what you do is you fish this cable down through the end, through the muzzle, down through the chamber, and then you attach the brush and you pull the brush through the gun. And that's same with the squeege-e. So that's how that would work if you are doing it on a rifle. So that's basically barrel cleaning. Let's go, since it doesn't come with actually any patches or anything, you're still going to need patches, or shop towels are good to use too, or a microfiber, whichever you prefer. So let's say barrel looks pretty good. I've oiled it up. I'll oil it at the end. And then let's go ahead and clean the slide. So what we can do is just take this stuff and flush it down. That's the right stuff here. Flush it down through. Get it in the rails, the outside rails. Take your brush and give it a good scrub. So back to the actual part of the CZ cleaning. This is where I'd take whatever chemical you're using. So if you're not using this system, I usually would use Ballistol. I'd spray it here, and that's usually about it. I don't like to spray CLPs or clean lube and protect up in the striker hammer area or the firing pin area, just because they do attract dirt. Now, I've been using Ballistol for years, so as long as you keep your gun maintenance up on your gun, if a little bit of lint will lock your gun up, and you've probably got issues somewhere else. So depending on what you're using, if you're using something like a gun cleaner, like this Hops Elite stuff, I could spray that back here and then scrub. Get in here good, you can get your grooves. This nylon brush isn't going to scratch. Make sure you get right here in the breech face where your hammer or your firing pin comes through the face in there. Give it a good wipe out with your towels. This part takes a little while on the slide, because you're actually got to go through and get it all out. Now, this is where Q-tips come in handy here. I use this set I've picked up at Walmart. Swishpers. It's got 3 different styles in it. It's got pointed tip ones. It's got these flat tip ones, which I love because they get in the rails on almost every gun perfectly. And then you can, got a trash can right there. Keep your rails clean on the gun. That's an important area. You can use these to get down into the lugs and the breech face. Regular Q-tips, just get down in the, get in down, get all the wet out of there. All the dirt, all the grime. And my gun isn't terribly dirty. I didn't shoot it a bunch yesterday, but we're going to do some other videos here. I've got the 509 Tactical, I'll do that video on, or the 509 in general, and 1911s, things like that. So stay tuned if you want to subscribe. I noticed I haven't been on this channel in a while, and then I come back and I have 40 subscribers, which isn't much, but you know, a couple thousand views on the M&P cleaning video. So I didn't realize that this is what people want. People want to see their gun clean, not just generalized handgun cleaning. So I'll do as many as I can. I have a lot of handguns, a lot of guns, and then I'll clean them, show you guys. And then that's what this channel is about, is helping new owners. Things are different from now, from when I got into gun ownership 10 to 12 years ago. You know, the social media presence is a lot bigger. And unfortunately, new gun owners kind of get ragged on a lot. So I'm here to, you know, help answer stupid questions. I'm here to help do everything I can to keep, I don't know really how to say it, encouragement in the gun world for new shooters, because I've seen it firsthand where you, gun owners kind of get the, new gun owners kind of get the shit into the stick whenever they're asking kind of dumb questions to us, maybe because we're experienced, but not so dumb to them. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask me. Don't tell me a Taurus is better than a SIG, please. That's one thing a lot of people get. You know, sure, if you want to carry a Taurus, fine. That's on you. I'm not going to judge you, but don't start trying to say they're better than other guns when they're not. It's just how it is. That's why most people get in an uproar and get people shit over guns like that. It's because they want to claim they're better than other guns. Alright, so slide's pretty well cleaned. So what I do normally is I got compressed air I always use. And I like to just kind of blow it down and out to make sure I get all of it out of the cracks. Go and get everything dried out, get all that cleaner out of there. Most of the time I use alcohol, just 91% isopropyl when I'm using like back here and stuff, and it cleans really well and it dries really fast, so it's a little bit easier to work with. Once again, that'll be up to you. So let's get into the frame itself. It's not very dirty. If you want to see the complete disassembly on the CZ75 Compact, check out my other channel, The Gun Bench, and it's one of my newer videos. I just did it a few weeks ago, so if you want to see that and many other complete disassembly videos, check out that channel. But I did want to keep the two of these separate. So from here, I can use either the flush if I'd like, but I'm going to use alcohol up front here. I'm just going to I had some water in this sprayer the other day, so I want to make sure I get it all out. Now I can just go in and do the same thing. Just kind of scrub around, get in as best as I can everywhere. If you have different toothbrushes, I've got 100 different brushes. Kids' toothbrushes work well for getting in smaller, hard to reach areas. You can just give this a good scrubbing. And then grab your towels. This gun's not very dirty, so I'm not going into super detail here, but get everywhere you can with your patches and your Q-tips. You have to lower the hammer. Get back behind here, cock the hammer, use your Q-tips. Down here in the sear area. Trigger bar, you can hold the hammer back and pull the trigger bar just to open up some areas too. Get a little bit up in here around the return spring. Go up from the mag well, clean out any areas in there. Wipe off the sides, wipe off the trigger good. Now this is just kind of a quick basic cleaning. You can go as far as you'd like. So if you really want to get down there and really Q-tip every little area, that's fine. I don't do that all the time. I do clean my guns after I shoot them every time, which will be another thing you'll see online. People saying you don't have to, you know, but you don't. It's not a necessity, but I prefer to just because I like cleaning my guns. So it's enjoyment to me, you know, until you got to do like 8 in a row and then it sucks. So now I'll take my compressed air again. Can's about running out, but blow out any areas I can. And the good thing about the alcohol, it'll dry really fast, so it's already pretty dry in there. Looking pretty good. So now it would be time to lube and reassemble. Whether you decide to use this junk that came with it, lubricant and protectant, I don't know. Let's go ahead and try it. So I don't know about this, but so I'm going to use this. I'm just going to put a few drops here in the rail on the slide. Yeah, that stuff's yucky looking. Do the same over here. Got a little too much. Spread it around in there. Now I'll take my barrel. I always like to put a little bit of oil right up here on the barrel and then take my finger and spread it around just to get a little bit on the barrel, just to kind of prevent wear or help prevent wear. You know, it's a stainless barrel. More than when they're finished, it helps better. But and I just put a light coat of oil around the barrel. Like I did with the ballistol patch, I usually run one patch, put a little oil on a patch and then run it through it to keep the inside the grooves oiled. That'll help with future cleanings. So now I've done that, I'm ready to drop the barrel back into the slide. So I'm just going to put it down in. Grab my recoil spring, which I could have cleaned also. Just take this off and wipe it off. Take your spring, looks pretty good. You can brush it out if you wanted. Put that in there. Push all the way forward till the little nub on the back of the recoil spring goes into where it sits on the lug of the barrel. So now, there's also a couple other places you could lube on CZs. It's always best to check your manual and see what their lube points are. There's not too, sometimes I can run these a tiny little bit of drop right here. It's hard to see, but I don't know if I can get it up close enough, but basically right there on that. That's what lifts the firing pin block. So sometimes I'll just put a little bit of drop on my finger and just kind of put it on there. Not much. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. And then I will assemble the gun. So slide, hammer back, slide your slide on, line your 2 notches up. Grab your cleaned, if you did clean it. Put it through the hole. Get it lined up with that second hole right there. Make sure you're lined up good. And then just pop it through. After I've done that, the gun's back together. I like to cycle it a few times to get the oil in place. Do a final check, make sure everything is working properly like it should. Even though you didn't take it apart. Never hurts. Now let's do a final wipe down with usually a blue towel, but I'm out. I gotta go get some more. Just to kind of pretty everything up. And that is pretty much it. That's the CZ75 compact cleaning. Like I said, it's overall this system, the Bushmaster Remington field system, it's not too bad. It actually worked pretty well in that barrel. I'm actually kind of surprised. And I want to try it out more because I only shot about barely, not even 50 rounds through that gun yesterday. So it wasn't that dirty. I want to try it with the guns I ran pretty hard yesterday. So we'll see how it does on those. I know the chemicals probably aren't going to change, even though they did pretty well. I'm pretty stuck on what I like to use, but that's just personal preference, which you'll get eventually. So if there's any guns out there that you guys want to see cleaned, let me know, and I'll see if I can get them. I got plenty of gun friends, gun people that I'm sure would love to get their gun cleaned for free. So, and I've got plenty myself, and I'm always picking up new guns and trading around. Or if there's anything that you have a question about, any maintenance tips or things you want to ask, go ahead. We'll get further into that the further the channel goes. We'll see, and we'll keep on moving as much as I can. I'll upload some more videos later today, and we'll just kind of go from there. So. Like I said, if you want to see a complete disassembly of the 75 compact, I'll put the link right here in the at the end of the video, and you can check out the gun bench on YouTube or Facebook if you want to see upcoming videos and stuff like that. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more gun cleaning, or if you need any help, just ask. So this is the gun care and maintenance channel. And we'll see you on the next go around.